Hey guys and gals, this is Military Comedy with another episode of There Are Billions. Technically, it's going to be the first one because I'm trying a new series. Because my first attempt was just horrible gameplay and recording and everything. So I kind of wanted to take the first couple minutes of this to talk about a whole bunch of suggestions I got after I made a post on iFunny asking for criticism. And I got a lot of really good criticism and a lot of really mediocre criticism. So the good criticism, I think, comes from what people said that actually want me to improve, and the bad criticism comes from the people that said that I sucked without even watching my videos. So I want to say thank you to everyone who gave me some advice. My favorite little bits were that I should try to increase my recording time to 20 to 30 minutes. I agree with that completely. I've actually been trying to do that for a while. It's just kind of tricky because every time I make like a 20-minute long video, it turns out that I didn't record it or something. Like that just happened to me. I recorded a 20-minute episode of me playing this, but it turns out I forgot to set my display to capture what was going on, so you just saw a black screen of me talking, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. My second little bit of advice that someone gave me is that I should try to use less and start to use better sentences. And the only issue I have with that is the reason I say and the reason I kind of fragment my sentences is because I am extremely nervous when I'm recording. I'm not used to this kind of stuff. I'm not used to people judging everything I say and how I say it and what I say and what I use to record it and blah blah blah. So I'll try my best to to not say and to use more complete sentences. And then another really good piece of advice I got was to keep episodes kind of specific to one thing. So if I have an episode where I'm talking about politics, then keep that episode talking about politics and don't change to 1,000 different other things like gameplay or current events or economics or whatever else I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about economics. I don't like school stuff. But obviously I'm kind of failing with the and taking pauses and stuff because I'm still really kind of nervous. So bear with me on that. I'll do my best because I am kind of irritated after recording a 20-minute video, and I actually really liked my commentary on that too. I thought I did a really good job, but I can't use it if you guys can't see my game because no one wants to watch that. So again, I want to say thank you to everyone that gave me advice, good or bad, except for the people that gave me just, oh, you suck because blah blah blah. I know I'm a military account on iFunny, and me playing video games is kind of a new thing. It's new to me, it's new to you, it's new to everyone. But it's something I wanted to do for a while now. I like playing video games, and I definitely love hearing what you guys have to say about it. I just wish the trolls would kind of stay out of it, and not bother me with their little stupid comments unless they're obviously doing it just to be funny. In which case, kudos to you, but I don't like that stuff. So this episode, I kind of want to talk about this game because I can't talk enough about this game. I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's a zombie survival game. Obviously, you have your colony, and there's a whole bunch of different aspects to it. So you have your colonists, which are just overall people living there. You have your workers, which are the people that you can use to work, obviously. You have your food production, which feeds your workers and feeds your soldiers, and it's beyond important in this game. And those are kind of your basic resources. Obviously, energy is important as well for building structures, but you can kind of have a little bit more leeway with that because you can still continue with low energy. You just can't continue with low food or whatever. And so those are stuff you really want to maintain. You want to keep them high. And then you have your gold production, which you get from housing and your people that live there. And that's important just for everything because you can't build walls without gold. You can't build farms without gold. You literally can't do anything without gold is what it basically comes down to. So you've got those resources, and then you have lumber, or wood, and stone, and metal, and oil, and all that stuff. And they all have their very distinct roles, which I'll talk a little bit more about later on in the video. Right now I'm a little bit paranoid that it's not going to capture the actual gameplay again, and I'm kind of worried about that. So I might only be doing a 15-minute video, because I don't want to waste 20 minutes again. Because I really don't have that much time to waste because I've got stuff I have to do. I just wanted to make a video for you guys and let you know that I am listening to your feedback and I do want to hear what you have to say. Um, so I'm taking into account just everything. So today I want to, as I said earlier, I want to keep this basically gameplay related. So I want to describe the aspects of the game and why I love it so much. So you have a day system and an hour system. Every day gets you closer to winning, and then every 8 hours gets you more resources. So the goal is to get to day 100, unless you put the drop the difficulty, and then it's down to 120 days or 150, or if you up the difficulty, it's 80 days. Right now I'm playing on, I guess you could call it the medium difficulty. It's the bare minimum difficulty you need to increase, which is 100%, because it's a percentile-based difficulty system. And my goal is to win this so that I can unlock new maps and just be less horrible at this game, because I know I'm pretty trash. And as I was saying, if you can get to day 100, then you're really good at this game. I've never seen anyone do it without using specific strategies. And I'm not going to use those strategies. I want to have fun here, and I want to do it myself. I don't want to feel like I had to, quote-unquote, cheat to do it, you know, like by looking up like a strategy. But if you look up strategies and learn how to do it, kudos to you. There's nothing wrong with that. I understand how difficult this game is, and I understand why you'd want to do that. Personally, I like challenges, which is it's kind of just who I am. So another thing I kind of wanted to ask you guys is what do you specifically want me to talk about? I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear you say current events that's going on, and then I'll put in a little bit of research and figure out what it is, and then I'll give you my feedback on it. Unless I know what it is, then I might just tell you about it in the comment sections. If I don't want to talk about it here, but most likely I'll talk about it here just because I've got so little. Well, I don't have a little bit to talk about. I have enough to make do, but I definitely don't want to beat the same dead horse over and over again by talking about the same 10 things. Oh, I don't like either of these. Oh well. This game doesn't usually give you good choices for your first mayor. I've kind of learned that, and I hate it, but can't do anything about it. Actually, I take that back. There were a few times I got really good choices. Like I got like a ballista tower or something. The great ballistas, I believe they're called, which are just stationary towers, but they deal massive amounts of damage to massive numbers of zombies. And they're really important if you want to make it to the end game, because they're the first step in like towers. Eventually, you'll get the executioners, which are just giant minigun towers. You can't beat that. And that's kind of the top tier, I believe, unless they updated the game and put something else. But as I was saying, like, you usually don't get too great of things in your first your first mayor, and then later on sometimes you'll get better things. But usually they're minimal rewards to basically let you know that you're on the right path, and that's it. So as I was saying earlier about this, I want to talk. I want to talk about what you guys want me to talk about. So if you want to hear about like what guns I own, I'll be more than happy to talk about them in pretty good detail. I'm not going to go too crazy about it, but if you guys want me to talk about my very limited experience in the military, I was in the Marines for a couple months, and I got medically discharged because of a whole bunch of weird medical situations. Basically, I was about 2 months in, and I screwed up my back. I'm still not 100% certain what happened. I have guesses from doctors, but anyways, I hurt my back too much to finish boot camp, so they sent me home with a medical discharge. But I could tell you guys a little bit about it, some of the stories I have, because I do have some stories, just not very good ones. Well, decent stories, just not ones that are worth really bragging about. So yeah, I've got that, and I've got I can talk to you about that, and then current events, obviously, or stuff that's happening in iFunny I can talk about, because I love iFunny. It's honestly, it's the first social media I ever really tried and liked. Because before then, I tried Instagram. I got really bored of that really fast, because there's just so many people there that are intolerant of other people's opinions on anything, and so I can't be on an app like that. I like to debate. I like to hear two sides of every story, but I have my limits. When your first argument is, oh, you're a racist, homophobic, bigot, and blah blah blah, then it's just, what are you even trying to prove other than that you don't like my argument, so you won't even acknowledge it. You'll just call me names. And whenever someone does that to me, I just I back away, because I realize that there is no argument there, and that I've already won. So that's my kind of my ideology about that. And I believe I'm coming up on 15 minutes soon, but I'll try to get to day 8. And once I get to day 8, I'll probably wrap this up. So I've got all of that and whatever else you guys want me to talk about. I'll try to kind of switch it off like every other game. I'll explain what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. But as anyone can kind of tell, at this game, I've been focusing on preparing defenses because I've learned in probably the 1,000 games I've tried now that if you don't build walls and you don't cordon off sections of the game, you're going to get screwed pretty royally, like I almost just did right there. There was a zombie attacking that hunter's cottage, and if he killed that, he would have roamed or rampaged through everything. So, yeah, I want to have these. I want to have good defenses. I want to get this wood workshop, but I'm not producing enough wood currently. Actually, I am producing enough wood to make it. I just need to get more stored up, which shouldn't be too difficult. That's actually why I'm kind of clearing out down here, because I want to get to that forest. Because I don't think this here is enough to really give me all the wood that I need. And you can make whatever joke you want, because say, ha ha ha, he needs wood, because, you know, wood is a funny word, because it's a nickname for the male reproduction organ. I'm going to try to keep this relatively child friendly. If I curse on occasion, I apologize. But I know most of you guys aren't going to care. So as I was saying, you want to have a pretty good supply of wood so that you can get the wood workshop. And the reason I want the wood workshop so badly is because it's how you create more, more like technology, and you want better technology. Because right now I don't have the means to produce I don't have the means to produce what I want. Because currently I can't build any defensive towers, and so my only real defense is soldiers. And once I run out of soldiers, or once my soldiers get overwhelmed, I'm kind of screwed. So I want the Great Ballista. That's kind of my goal for this episode, is to be able to produce, or to be able to at least research a Great Ballista. I don't need to produce one, because I don't have the resources nor the reason right now. The main reason I'd want a Great Ballista is so that I can place it down wherever the zombie horde is going to attack. Because they'll say it's attacking from the north, the east, the south, the west, whatever. And you've got to be really careful about those, because they will screw up your life, and they won't even care either. It's kind of like a crazy ex-girlfriend. So I have the wood workshop. That's my goal for this episode, is for it to finish. And once that's done, I think I'll end this episode. Words are really difficult for me. I'm sorry, guys. What was I saying? So yeah, you want the Great Ballistas because you want that you want that consistent defense. You don't want to have to worry about it every 5 minutes. And for anyone who didn't know why I'm building that over here, is because the zombies can actually get past here, and it's only going to be 1 or 2 that really get past there, but they could easily just end the game right there, because that's happened to me before, where one zombie just managed to walk through the smallest hole all the way to my city center, and I got the game over screen, and I was so confused. And then I kind of went back, and I was trying to figure out what happened, and it turns out that I'm an idiot, and I let a zombie get to my city center, and I couldn't do anything about it, because once you make that mistake, it's game over. And that's happened to me too many times, so I refuse to make that same stupid mistake. I say that now, and probably within a couple episodes I'm going to be stupid enough to let it happen. But if it does happen, I apologize, and don't judge me. I suck at the game, and I admit it fully. So, this is almost done, so I'm going to kind of do my little goodbyes. So I wanted to say thank you for watching, and I want to say thank you to everyone who sent me suggestions on how to make my videos better and what I need to work on. I will continue to do that as best as I can. 20-minute videos will start once I learn to record better and kind of get better at this. And as always, if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below, and I'll respond to them as quickly as I'm able. And feel free to like or dislike it if you don't like my videos. If you like my videos, please leave a like, and consider subscribing if you aren't already, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.